Hi lovelies, happy Thursday. Hope you've been doing something super lovely this morning. Sun is beating down here. I'm even going to try and have my lunch in the garden. Might live to regret it. Here's hoping either way. If you're wondering why I'm rolling a birth ball around, it's because I have just been teaching how to use a birth ball during pregnancy and labour into the prenatal snug. And it just happens to still be here, like one of those little comfort blankets that you just find yourself rolling back and forth without even really thinking about it. So that's probably what I'll be doing. So if you're watching, it would be fab if you just give me a little thumbs up down below, or if you just let me know if you are however many weeks pregnant you are, if you're at that stage. And if you're still in the very early stages and you don't want to say anything quite yet, then this is exactly for you today. Because one of the things I hear more than anything, I get lots of emails from women, lots of texts from women saying, I'm in my first trimester and I'm really nervous, I'm apprehensive, I don't know what to do. And of course, when I've been running these free workshops or prenatal yoga, then people they wish they could come to those things, but you don't feel ready yet because you're still in the early stages. And more than anything, people don't want to jinx it. They don't want to put the eye on it. They don't want something bad to happen. And first things first, know that it's really normal to feel like this. You know, in the early stages of pregnancy, you're trying to get your head around the fact that you are pregnant. Maybe you're massively excited about it. You're completely overwhelmed. You think the timing couldn't be worse, or maybe you just weren't expecting it. And so it's been a really big surprise or a big shock for you. Maybe you've been trying in what feels like forever, and then suddenly it's like, oh my goodness, there's a baby in there. How is this even possible? So whatever you're experiencing right now, know that that's probably completely normal. If your mind is just trying to kind of reset, like that little spinning wheel you get on your laptop, you're just trying to process the fact that there's a big change here. And what does that mean? What's happening? What's going on? Totally normal to feel like that. It's normal to feel that you don't want to tell anybody in case anything goes wrong. It's normal to feel like you want to tell everybody one minute and the next minute, no, tell absolutely nobody. All of those things are normal, and know that you're not alone. There's probably loads of people, you know, if you were to walk down the average street, there's probably at least a handful of other women there who are pregnant at some stage, and you might not notice, and you just think that you're on your own, but you're not on your own. Other people are feeling that way right now too. So what can you do about it? Well, if you have told your partner, then it's really great to be able to talk to your partner about it. Don't expect that they're going to fully understand, because they don't feel like they suddenly have to be wrapped up in bubble wrap or in cotton wool, and nor do you. So one of the really important things to know is that, and I'm just going to say it because we're big girls, we're grown women here. If you're pregnant, you're a grown woman in whatever shape or form that is. Know that roughly 1 in 4, recognize that's means known, 1 in 4 known pregnancies does end in miscarriage, but that doesn't mean that you have to be that one. And also know that most of those miscarriages, around 85% of them, do happen in the first trimester, but that's not because of anything that you've done. So the fact that you've been lying a certain way or sitting a certain way, or the fact that you went for a long walk or a short walk, or you had a hot bath or a cool bath, or you stayed up late, or you ate the wrong things, none of those things are likely to have caused any problem whatsoever. Sometimes these pregnancies just aren't viable for whatever reason, and so they come to an end at that point. So it will be upsetting. For some women, it will be upsetting. For others, it might be a relief. All of those feelings, again, are completely normal. But please know that you don't suddenly have to tentatively live your life thinking, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Because as soon as you start to feel more uptight or tense, then the more tension you're creating in your body and the less oxygen that you're already being able to send down to help everything to start to develop and grow more. So do talk to your partner if your partner is available to talk to. Talk to a friend or a family member, talk to your GP, talk to your midwife, talk to me. You know, I'm here right now. I'm not going to suddenly try and get you to do things that you're not ready to do, but know that you can come and talk to me and share your feelings and your thoughts with me, because I have got loads of resources that will be really useful for you to be able to use right now. And talking to me is not going to jinx what you're experiencing. You're simply saying, hi, Sophia, I'm pregnant. I'm in my first trimester. I don't really know what to do. I haven't told anybody. And guess what? My lips are sealed. I'm not going to tell anybody either. So rest assured that your secret is safe with me. So what else can you do right now if you're in your first trimester? Do what makes you feel good. Literally do what makes you feel good. If you like to go out for a drive in the country, go for a drive in the country. If you like to go for a walk, go for a walk. If you like to read, read. If you like to watch Netflix, watch Netflix. If you need to lie in bed for a day with your duvet over your head, do that. Start listening to your body, because your body will be communicating with you in ways it has never communicated with you before if you have never been pregnant before. So start really tuning into what does your body want right now. You can also stop Googling scare stories. Don't think that everything is an indication that something is going wrong. You might feel really sick one day, not sick at all the next day, really fatigued and lethargic one day, on top of the world, take me hiking up Ben Nevis or to the Himalayas the next day. You might feel really sleepy. You might feel totally alert. Your brain might be really quiet and not really thinking much, and then suddenly it's thinking absolutely everything. So just know that all of these things are quite normal, but do what makes you feel good. If you want to start tidying up, go and tidy up. If you feel the urge to clean all the windows, clean all the windows. Whatever feels good to you is what you need to be doing. But know that you don't suddenly have to be like just cozied up somewhere without moving, unless that is what you feel like doing. You can still go about your life and live a normal life right now. So don't be Googling the scare stories of, oh, this is happening. What does it mean? What does it mean? If you're genuinely concerned, if you have pain, if you have lots of bleeding, always speak to your midwife, always speak to the GP. But if you're just thinking, oh, I'm not sure what's going on, I feel a bit off one day, my breasts are tender, the next day they're not, all of those things are quite normal. So don't worry about it. You don't need to do umpteen pregnancy tests just to see what's going on in your body. So what else can you do? Or what else is in your control? What else is under your control right now? What can you do? You can start to eat better. You don't suddenly need to be eating for two. Bit of a myth, I'm sorry about that. We all thought that meant lots more cakes, lots more biscuits. It doesn't. You don't need more calories until your third trimester, but you can start to eat better. You can start to pay attention to how much of the junk food are you having. And you don't have to suddenly cut out all of the junk food, a bit of a shock to the system, but you can start to pile in some more of the feel-good foods, some more of the foods that are really genuinely feel-good as opposed to comfort food. So do some research around that. If you want to do something that's useful, look into nutrition in pregnancy and what you can be eating and how to get your proper amounts of each of the different food groups so that you feel good. Of course, if you are a smoker, stop smoking, stop being around people who are smoking. If you have been somebody who enjoys a drink or two or three, then obviously cutting out the alcohol is so much better for you to do straight away as well. And also get rest and have movement and get those things in a good and positive balance, because that's really important for you. So you don't suddenly need to change everything in your life, but start paying attention to what's going on in your life, because the first trimester is often one of the more worrying times in pregnancy, because you're not sure that pregnancy is going to be viable. It can feel like the wait for your first scan just goes on forever and ever and ever. When are you going to get the news that all of this is really great? And you might have to wait a long time, depending on how quickly you realized you were pregnant. If you knew you were pregnant almost straight away, then of course you've got time to wait for that first scan. But don't use that time to worry and stress yourself out. Use that time to get to know yourself better. How do I feel? Start a pregnancy journal if that's what you want to do. And again, these things are not going to jinx your pregnancy. Just allow yourself to enjoy the early stages, enjoy the excitement of being pregnant, because as time goes on, you'll have other things that you also need to think about. And also learn how to relax, specifically for pregnancy. So I have created something amazing for you, which I will share shortly. Hopefully by the end of this week, it will be with you. I'll certainly post a link down below as soon as it is available. But I've made something really special for you so that if you're in your first trimester and you don't want to be public, you don't want to be in the prenatal snug yet, because that's a group where other people can see you, you don't feel you want to come to any of the free workshops that I've been running because you don't want other people to see you yet, and you obviously want to tell your family and your friends before strangers find out about your pregnancy, in case that links back. I know what's going on in here. People like their privacy. They like to feel safe, protected, and nurtured. And that's exactly what does happen in the snug, but it's ideal for you once you feel ready to be more accepting of your pregnancy and to be available within that snug so that other people can see you as well, and so that you can interact with them if you want to. You can be as private as you like. But before that, I've created something really amazing for you for your first trimester that you can do in the privacy of your own home, and nobody will know. Shh. Nobody will know that you're doing it except for you and me, because it will be something that you purchase via me. But you can do it completely in the privacy of your own home whenever you want to, and it will make a massive, massive difference to how you feel. So it will help you to understand your breathing. It will help you to understand the psychology of what's going on in your head right now. It will help you to soothe and relax. You might get your partner or your sister, your mum, your friend, whoever's around to help you with one of the things in there if that's what you choose to do. And it's also got some lovely relaxations for you, specifically for if you are in your first trimester. So I don't want you to feel like you're on your own right now, because I know it can feel like that when you're not publicly sharing, when you're not out shouting from the rooftops, when your bump's not showing. You can have that kind of, am I even pregnant yet? There's nothing to see. Is there anybody in there? There's no movement, there's no talking. There might not even be a heartbeat, certainly not detectable by you, and not detectable until further on when you're approaching the time for your scans. So it can feel a bit like you're on your own, and it can be scary, and I don't want it to be scary for you. I want it to feel amazing. I want it to feel exciting. I want it to take away some of that worry for you so that you can enjoy it and let all of those emotions come up, whatever they need to be, so that you can really start to get to know yourself better. Because the better you know yourself, the more you know yourself, the more emotional intelligence you're also passing on to your baby, and experiencing those emotions without going, no, I don't want that one. No, I don't want that one. So no, I don't want you to feel worried. And I'm sure you don't want to feel worried, but sometimes those worries do have messages that you need to listen to, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just become a habit that goes like tinnitus, round and round and round. And so we don't have to have those ones. So as soon as this is created for you, I will pop a link down below, and you're welcome to grab that and sleep better, feel happier, feel more content, and know that you are on the right path. So in short, what can I do to stop the worry in early pregnancy? Know that it's normal to feel like this. You're not on your own. Talk to a family member, a friend, your partner, a GP. Talk to me. Always happy to give you a little bit of reassurance, or just to give you a safe space to come and have a mention to. So you can get me at sophia@sophiahansen.com, or you can just ping me a message through Highlands Birth and Beyond's Facebook page. Do what makes you feel good, whether that is some walking, even some gentle yoga. If you've already had a yoga practice before, you don't suddenly have to stop doing yoga. The main reason that we tell people not to come to a yoga class until they're 14 weeks is because the first trimester is the highest risk for miscarriage. And of course, we don't want you feeling like you have done something wrong, which of course you haven't. If you already have a yoga practice, you can enjoy doing that yoga practice. Stop Googling scare stories. Don't think that every little symptom or thought or feeling is an indication that something's gone wrong. So just walk away from Mr. Google or Mrs. Google. Do what's in your control. So if you can eat better, sleep better, start to drink more water, just do what feels good, but also do what's in your control. You can control what you're thinking. You can help to control some of your breathing patterns so that you feel better, you feel more calm. And I also share that for you within this special thing that I am creating for you right now. And number 6, learn specific relaxation techniques for pregnancy. And that's what I've got coming for you. So fingers crossed, by the end of tomorrow, if I am super busy bee this afternoon and tomorrow, that will be ready for you. If you want to send me a message, sophia@sophiahansen.com, I'll make sure that you are some of the first to know when that's available. And if not, just keep an eye on this page, because as soon as it's ready, I will be sharing it with you, and you will just feel so much better. And that's what I would love for you to experience in first trimester. So you don't need to go it alone. You don't need to be worried. You can come and have a giant virtual hug, and I will whisper congratulations, so that you don't feel like you are jinxing anything, because you're not. Okay, lovelies. Have an amazing, amazing Thursday. And don't forget, ping me a message. Lots of love. Bye bye for now.